Dear Rentals Club members, thank you for joining us now. I'm today with Romain Giacalone. Romain is a jack of all trades. He's a consultant. He's a business developer for short-term rental solutions. So we'll talk about that because Romain, I've known him for quite a few years. I've seen him at different trade fairs. He knows a lot about solutions from pricing solutions to channel managers. So he's a really interesting guy to talk with, and to listen to whether you're property managers or a vendor in the industry, because we'll be talking about the biggest mistakes that vendors sometimes do, or how they can expand to a new territory. So that's going to be super interesting. So without further ado, Romain, welcome. How are you?
Hello Thibault. Bonjour. Thank you for this invitation. I'm very fine, and you?
I'm great, thanks.
Okay.
And I know there's a irony of two very French guys talking about in
Yeah,
English. So
very strange.
bear with us. We bet that our very lovely accent will seduce people. But also, as usual, we'll try to deliver value, because I think that's what you do, right, Romain? You've been delivering value in industry for a long time. You're a true industry insider, in the sense that you've done a lot of jobs and roles within the industry. Do you mind maybe sharing a bit about your background?
Yeah, sure. So I've started out as a simple Airbnb host, and then I like this activity of welcoming people and meeting new people from all the world. So I decided to mix my background of marketing and also the hospitality industry. So I started to I wrote a book, as you have done, and about hosting on Airbnb, giving advice, and then I've started to at the same time I've started to work with BookingSync, which is a PMS and channel manager, a French company. So I've started to work with them on the marketing and partnership, and also sales. And at the same time, I've also started my own property management company in France, in south of France, in Aix-en-Provence. So I was property manager and also doing sales, partnership, marketing for PMS. So it was a little bit strange for me to have the two hats, but it was very, very interesting. And then since I've stopped to work with BookingSync, and I'm fully consultant. So I work for B2B companies, as you said, like PriceLab, Newkey, and also other small companies in this industry. And I also help property managers, property owners in their strategy or communication, marketing, and pricing, this kind of thing. And I've also created online courses, and I share my knowledge through many support like emails and newly podcasts.
Isn't it fantastic to hear that so many Airbnb hosts end up trying out and being like serial entrepreneurs? It's fascinating. It's something you've seen as well in the industry, right? A lot of people becoming entrepreneurs and doing new things.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking at the end of this video about how people can contact you and know more about the trainings you do, and for property owners and property managers. But what I'd like to do now is focus on what you just said, right? For example, you have clients that are industry vendors like Price Labs or New Keys, for example, or you work for a channel manager, BookingSync. Why do these people go to you? So what I'm really meaning here is that if I'm a vendor and I have a great solution, a channel manager, a dynamic pricing solution, why, normally if I'm pricing solutions, for example, my pricing solution, probably works all across the world and connects to Airbnb, wherever a listing is, right? So why would I need, for example, if I want to go to Europe, why do I need to have a person like you on the ground to expand?
Well, I will give my opinion about that. It's not the usual approach of these companies, but when I've started to that service of business development for these companies, I was at Booking Sync, and I've seen so many companies, and also during professional events, I've seen so many companies from outside of Europe trying to find new customers in Europe, and particularly in France. And it's very complicated for them because actually most of these companies, the way they try to target people and to have new customers is go to events to show their products. And we see that going to events is particularly complicated right now. And some of them, they will have a website translated in the language of each country they target, but it's not common. So I think that this kind of approach, to have someone, an insider in the country, is something very very helpful and very important, because there are a lot of issues when you are like let's talk about price labs. So they are based in Chicago in US, and if you want to target people in France, if you want to do online demo, and if you want to do meeting, and if you do all this kind of thing, all the sales job and process, you have the time zone, then you have the language. So it's very, very complicated to be able to have proper discussion with people at the normal hour. And also, we know that for French people, Spanish people, Italian people, the English is a big issue. Even if you work in the vacation rental industry, it's something myself I already had difficulty to understood. How can you work in this business and not be able to correctly or easily talk English with other people? But that's like that, and we have to deal with that. So it's not, you can't ask people to change for you. You need to be very close to the customers, to the leads. So I think that it's very useful, and it's a very different approach to work with someone who can help you for your business, which is locally based, and even better if that person is already in the industry and understand the business.
Yeah, I was going to follow up on that. And imagine, right? You were a property manager. So how does that help you in your day-to-day job? Why is it interesting to hire, say, someone who was a property manager before, as opposed to, let's say, somebody who had a very formal and rigorous sales training, for example?
I will I will answer your question, but I will just tell you something about my past life and past job. So I was head of SEO at Rue du Commerce, a French e-commerce website, and I was in charge of hiring people to build a team to work on the SEO for the company. And I say to the directors of the company, I said, okay, you want me to hire people to have a team to work on that? Actually, the strategy will be to create content, and to create content, we need to have bloggers. And they say to me, are you fucking crazy? You want to hire bloggers to work on the SEO? And why do you don't want to hire people with, I don't know, writing professional or this kind of thing? And I said, we need to have content made by people passionate about what they do and already doing that all the day. So it's bloggers. So we had maybe 3 or 4 people who had already blog about kitchen, about any topics, and they were in the team. And we made very great content for the SEO, marketing, extra. And I had the same feeling and the same approach with when I worked for Booking Sync on the sales part, because when I did individual call with deals, with people interested in the product, it was not the discussion between a salesman and the lead and the potential customer. It was a discussion between 2 property managers, because I was also a property manager using the same software. So it was very easy, and it was very comfortable to have this kind of discussion when you know that you have the same issues, you have the same problems to solve, and you can share your knowledge. So you are not selling a product, you are giving solutions. And for sure there is a price, but it's all about solutions. It's not about selling something.
Yeah, that's interesting, and that's no solutions. Solution selling is the way you would do it. And what is what is the biggest mistake that you see these vendors do when they want to approach property managers?
Um, Actually, from what I see from many companies in Europe or outside Europe trying to get new customers, etc. For me, one first thing is the marketing is very classic. So it's the common things, doing social media, doing webinars, etc. But okay, it's always talking about look our product, look how beautiful is our product, how powerful is our product. Okay, but people the people are not looking on for beautiful product or for a great solution or this kind of thing. They're looking for solutions. So I think that most of the companies they forgot to focus on solution and on problems of their customers. So I think the way the marketing is done is very old school. I suggest everyone to read that book. You will learn a lot of things, and it will explain very
You,
deeply.
you came prepared, Romain. You had that book. You had a prop. Good job.
Yeah, yeah, you definitely should read that book and understand what is the marketing today. And yeah, so it's about marketing. It's also about sales team. I think once again it's very classic. I understand that it's not probably not possible to hire to have a sales team full of people from the industry, but if you can find some people from the industry in your sales team, do that. But also you can train your team, your sales team. If you are dynamic pricing solution, if you are a channel manager, a PMS, any solution for vacation rental professionals, you are talking every day with these people, with this professional, with property managers, extra. So why you can't imagine to make a deal with maybe your customer, your existing customers, and say to them, hey, look, would you be okay to train my sales team or to make a webinar with them to explain them your business, your daily life, to explain them the problems you need to deal with every day. Or you can go with when I was at Booking Sync, we think about one idea. It was to say, okay, each because Booking Sync is the company, everyone work remotely everywhere in the world. So one of the idea was to say, okay, each year we will have a retreat with all the team together, and why we don't ask one of our customer to host us, probably maybe low middle season. So they will host us. They will allow us to have everyone together to do that retreat, to work together 1 or 2 weeks, and thanks that property manager to during that week to maybe train him to the software, and also to have the property manager training the team of the company to okay, look how we all the work we have to do every day, how we welcome people, the check-in, how we clean people, to process everything. So I think it's very important for the companies in this industry to share knowledge on both sides. So property managers, professionals, property owners, they have a lot of knowledge to share with the companies, the vendors, the solution providers. And from the other side is the same. But I think that if today you are selling a solution for these people, you need to share knowledge and you need to be focused on the the problems of the people you want to target, and not to focus on only selling. So I think it's a very important approach to have.
And a key to for this next level marketing that you're talking about is also as you said, right? Just it's not just about selling or targets. It's also taking care of people who are already your clients and giving them maybe more options to still be in contact with you. And you give this example of Booking Sync, actually using existing clients to transfer some knowledge to the team, probably tech team who have never seen what it's like to run property management. Do you have other examples maybe of things a vendor could be doing to get more from a property manager? That would be actually something interesting for a property manager to do as well, probably.
Yeah, because we talked about giving more knowledge to the team of the company. That's one point, but it's also about, because when you sell a product to someone, the sale is not finished when the customer will subscribe, and after I don't have more time to spend with that people that subscribe. That's okay, I've done my job. But maybe having someone or a team on customer success side and taking time to discuss with your customers, to collect feedback, to maybe just it's not about doing something huge, but maybe just creating a Facebook group, private Facebook group with some choose customers, the one who already share that knowledge. All the companies, they have people every day sending emails. Hey, when this feature will be released, I need that extra. So take these people, put them in the Facebook private group, and talk with them and listen to them, get their feedback, and maybe make some video interviews, some webinars. I don't know, but it's also a great way to have these people for a long time, because that's also an issue to keep people, because having customer is something, but keeping them is also another goal. And also, I think it's very important to listen to people. So it can help you to improve your product. It can help you on the side, on the sales side also, because if you sell something to someone and then you say, okay, now my job is to find a new client, but maybe it's also interesting to ask these people why you sign up with us and not with someone else. So there are a lot of feedback, a lot of valuable information that companies are missing because they are not listening to the customer and not talking with the customer.
So thanks, Romain, for sharing so much about what companies can do to target vendors again, and also still keep on working with property managers. Obviously, with your background as a property manager, it's easier for you to understand what property managers themselves, maybe watching this video, will also value. If people want maybe to know more, about what you do, other things you do, when we were preparing this call, I just told you I've seen you relaunch your website, and I found it fantastic because I think it's really to the point to how you help short-term rental industry solutions expand. It's very clear to the point, but there's a lot of things to do. So I think maybe can you mention the name of your website and maybe a few things that people can find there? That'd be great.
Yeah. So you can go on my website. I think we will have the link in the blog post extra. But so it's romaingiacalone.com. So it will be better with the link directly, I think.
Sure.
So there is my website. It's very simple, so you will understand what I'm doing and the company I work for, and also, but unfortunately only for French people actually. So I have private emails, so I send emails every day of the week with sharing knowledge, advice about vacation rental. I also started in August online courses to help people on many topics, to have a great listing ad, to have to help on the pricing strategy, on the customer journey, also to build a very to save time, to improve your business. So a lot of knowledge shared through these online courses, and I've also started a podcast this morning. So yeah, a new way to also share knowledge, because I think it's the key. And as we said also previously, on I think in Europe and in France, we are missing maybe in the communication and in this industry between people, between very big companies of property management, the smallest one, service providers, etc. And I try at my little level to create that bridge between people, and to create discussions, to allow everyone to learn from each other.
That's fantastic to hear. So English speakers can go to your website and
Yeah.
find a lot of things what you can do for them, especially if they're vendors, to help them out. And if you're a French speaker on top of that, and you should be speaking French because it's a fantastic language, you also have all this whole level of services, for property managers and property owners. That's great to hear. So I guess the best way to contact you is then just go to your websites or LinkedIn. What's the best way to reach out to you?
Website or LinkedIn if you want also. I answer on the both sides, so as you prefer.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for your time
Thank you,
today, Romain. See you.
Bye.